What's going on, people? This is the King of Chaos, Logan Black, and you can catch me every Thursday night along with the boss man, Warriors of Wrestling's own Joey B, as we do our live Facebook Q&As on Facebook Live. Feel free to hop on in with any questions, comments, just about anything that pops into your head, and we're going to talk about it. We've got our own segments, we've got our own things to talk about every week, including what's pissing Joey off today. That's right, check us out on Facebook Live or right after the show. Damage 365 Radio Network. Check us out on there. It's posted. You can listen to it at any point that you want. I suggest listening to it sooner than later. Trust me, you've got nothing better to do. That's Thursday nights, 10 o'clock, Facebook Live, or right afterwards on the Damage 365 Radio Network.
Animals, come out and play. This is Nyla Rose and Native Beast, and you're listening to Damage 365 Radio.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
Hey guys, it's Tennille Dashwood, and you're listening to the Indie Super Show on the Damage 365 Radio Network.
WarriorsOfWrestling.com. See roster profiles of past and present Warriors of Wrestling stars. Over 50 highlight videos of Warriors of Wrestling events, full-length matches, order tickets to future Warriors of Wrestling events, and an extensive DVD collection featuring past events, compilations, documentaries, and much, much more. Only at WarriorsOfWrestling.com.
Hey, this is Bruce Pritchard, and you are listening to Damage 365 Radio. But I need you to know something. Just because I love you doesn't mean I like you.
Hey, welcome back. Again, thanks to Micky Byggs for giving us a call in, and of course all of our sponsors. You got that women's pay-per-view coming up, the all women's one, Evolution. We spoke about it a couple of weeks ago, how the name was awful, and if you're trying to put a spotlight on the women's division, you're trying to get fans to focus on women's wrestling. Okay, here's my problem. One, the name. You don't name it Evolution when one of your most successful stables in the history of your company was called Evolution, and it was headlined by the guy who's now the COO of the company. That's just silly. Okay. Second of all, you have Ronda Rousey come in and you have her win the championship, dominate your champion, who's won the title almost a dozen times already. Almost a half a dozen times already. And you have her dominate. She's all over the place. She's way too quick in the ring. Way ahead of her when she should be move-wise. Rushes everything. She's not ready to be in the ring in the WWE on TV. She should have been in NXT. But this is another one of those force feed, shove it down her throat type of things like Roman Reigns. So now you have to deal with it. Okay. Now, how do you get the title off of her? Because she's Ronda Rousey. She is the female Brock Lesnar. How do you get the belt off of her? So now, when you do take the belt off of her, it's probably going to be in a triple threat match where she's not involved in the decision. That's the only way you can keep her strong, by losing. And you're going to have to do this at some point, because what are you going to do? You're going to have her carry the title all the way into WrestleMania and have her drop it to whom? Charlotte? Somebody who hasn't appeared yet? Natalya? Because you probably figure Natalya is going to heel turn on her sooner or later. I just don't get it. Also, if you're trying to highlight and you're trying to spotlight your women wrestling, why are you bringing in Lita, Trish Stratus, rumors of Beth Phoenix? Why? Why is Mickey James fighting Lita? Mickey James, love her. Phenomenal shape for her age. but her better parts of her career are behind her. Why do we need Mickey James versus Lita part 450? I don't understand it. But yet you have a spot where Trish Stratus comes out to the ring and then Mickey James comes out to the ring, but she's fighting Lita. So I don't understand it. I mean, everybody knows at some point Charlotte is going to pass Trish Stratus with the most title reigns. Everybody knows this. Okay, that's why WWE is so terrible, because everybody knows what they're trying to do before it even happens, because they just make it so evident on screen. I just don't understand. You have a locker room full of women. Probably, 20 plus women on the roster, not counting NXT? And you have to bring back women who haven't wrestled a full match in a decade? I don't understand. I honestly, and you know, if the rumors are true that ticket sales are slower than expected, this is probably why. Because your fans who are in their 20s, they don't really remember Lita and Trish Stratus and Beth Phoenix. You know, they grew up watching probably from the Ruthless Aggression on, where that was kind of the end of their career. But you have this Mae Young Classic. Why aren't you using any of the women from there to showcase on this Evolution? Evolution means you came from somewhere and you evolved into something else. This something else is now. The wrestling now, women's wrestling now, is what it evolved into. So why are we going backwards? You don't need to go backwards to go forward. So it makes no sense for me, and I hope it works out. I hope it's a great pay-per-view. Okay, I canceled my WWE subscription. I have no time nor patience to watch that crap anymore. So I try to watch as little wrestling as possible, but you know, I'm involved in it. We have independent wrestling all over the place here in the tri-state area, so you know, I'd rather watch that. I'd rather watch somebody bust their ass in a VFW post and put on a show because they have aspirations of being on TV one day, compared to the ones that are on TV who've done that already, and then they get on TV and WWE just screws with their character and screws with everything. I'm done with watching that garbage. You know, I can watch it for free on the Fire Stick. I can watch 3 hours of Raw and 22 minutes on YouTube. I don't need to watch, 38 minutes of talking. More commercials, ads, advertisements, more commercials. I don't need to see all that. Okay. Bottom line is, if you want Evolution to be what you want it to be, then you should have concentrated on your current roster and your future roster at NXT and Mae Young, and you should have went with that. You shouldn't be bringing people back from 10, 15 years ago. Just doesn't make any sense. It's an oxymoron of the name you're using. So, whatever. Obviously, we're not going to have Mike McGurk on the show. Nobody can reach her on her phone, so we'll hope she's okay. And we never got our email during the show allowing me to release the information of who our next big event guest is. So as soon as that happens, that should happen sometime tonight or tomorrow, we will release that information. And our pre-sales that include discounted combos will go on sale Monday. So midnight Monday morning, all pre-sales will go up for whoever is announced thus far for us for Big Event 15 and any other things that we're doing. We haven't set a spot for our Sunday signing. We have about 4 people that we're talking to, so we'll release that information soon. But as far as Big Event is concerned, Angelina Love will be there, Holodead will be there, and we're hoping 2 more guests will be there as well. So that's really it. So we ask that you help control the nitwit population and have your friends spayed or neutered. On behalf of myself and everybody at Damage 365 Promotions and Damage 365 Radio, we thank you for listening, and we'll see you next week.
To see by my eyes and all I was told.